I think things have gone well for us so far this year. We've built upon what we did last year, and Dave and I kind of grew as a team, and how we grew the team overall, and where we've come. So I think things have gone really well this year. Our communication's been good, and the cars have been awesome. So can't thank the guys enough for all their hard work. Everybody from Joe Gibbs Racing to Dave and the guys that are here at the track with us. So looking forward to Texas this weekend. We've had some fast cars here in the past, just some unfortunate circumstances that we haven't quite been able to capitalize on getting a win here in the Cup Series, but been fast here nationwide, been fast here in the trucks. So looking forward to continuing on with Denny's momentum with winning both races here last year, and trying to keep Joe Gibbs Racing in the winner's circle.
Okay, Kyle, thank you. We'll take questions now for Kyle. Krista has the wireless mic. Raise your hand, state your name and your affiliation, please. Go ahead. We'll start right there.
MikeHembry, Kyle, obviously it's really early, but what does it mean to you to be where you are in the points at this point of the season?
It is early, but we're excited about it. I mean, we feel like it's a great opportunity to kind of be up front and, having some good results. Unfortunately, our engine failure at Las Vegas kind of set us back a little bit, but we've been able to rebound nicely and get back up to the points lead. So feel good with where we're at, feel really good with where the cars are at. I think that's the most important thing. So, if we can just keep kind of building upon this momentum and our success of recently, then, we can keep that going all year, hopefully.
We'll go with Bob, over here to Claire, and then back in the corner to David.
Bob Pockris, Senior Daily. What did your people tell you about how Kimmy's test went? And there's been a lot of rumors going around that he might be doing some nationwide and Cup stuff as well. Has he talked to you at all about that and who maybe he should do that with?
The test went really well at Gresham. Kimi is a race car driver, so he does know how to drive race cars and drive them well. I wasn't there until later on in the afternoon of the first day, and got to see it firsthand, and then got to get in the truck myself and run some laps just to kind of see where I compared he was at on tires and stuff. And we run identical lap time, so he's right there. He knows what he's doing. They ran another day at Gresham and was just kind of getting his feet used to cautions, running caution laps, running down pit road, watching the lights on the tack, and how all that goes. And then, working on some restart stuff and getting him accustomed to coming up through the gears quick and not spinning the tires on restarts. So there's still some things that we'd like to work on a little bit more, but we don't feel like there's any time before he gets back. So there was another test today. They were in Rockingham with our trucks, and he did good again. Ran a lot better than we expected to run there, a lot faster than we expected to run there. So real happy with it. He's off and on his way to Jordan now for the rally stuff. So wish him the best of luck this weekend. As far as the nationwide and Cup stuff goes, we haven't had any discussions on that. He has asked, after after the truck debut in Charlotte, which is what our first focus is, kind of evaluating and seeing where he's at and how he feels and what he wants to do. He has asked about nationwide and Cup, and if Kyle Busch Motorsports could do that, or where would be the best place to do that. But like I said, evaluate all that once we get past Charlotte.
We'll go Claire, back in the corner to David, and somebody up here have a question? Right here.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Can you talk about what it's like to race at Texas, what a fast track is, what it's like going through the turns here, and then how much, because you had such nationwide success, you want to shoot those guns off? Love to see you doing that.
Yeah, it is a fast racetrack, and Texas was really hard for me in the beginning with the Cup cars for some reason, but took to it right off the bat in the nationwide stuff, and so we've kind of correlated some of that information back and forth, and having the cars from Jason Ratcliffe and from Dave Rogers being as good as they've been, we've been really fast here. So it's a fun place. It's really challenging because of the flatness of the corners, getting into the corners, and then they're so banked through the turns, and then the exits of the corners kind of fall off real quick. So that was always really, really weird for me to try to figure out, because the lateral grip seems to go away so fast on the exit of turns. You kind of want to be straight by that point. So it's an interesting facility. Texas and Charlotte and Atlanta all might look exactly the same, but they drive nothing alike. So, it keeps you on your toes. Yeah, I mean, definitely is. That's something we want to do. I want to do before I'm done. Hopefully I've got a long time before I get there. So, it'd be nice to win here at Texas.
We'll go David. We'll go to this young lady right here, and then we'll go to Jeff Gluck.
David Caravella, NASCAR.com. Kyle, 2 questions. First of all, you've talked before about how you kind of grew up building cars and developed an affinity for the stuff under the hood, and I wonder how much does that help Dave determine what the car needs on a Cup weekend during a race?
I think it helps a little bit. With the way technology has changed and with the way these cars have changed so much over the years, when I first started in NASCAR, we were coming here with 600, 750-pound right front springs, to a place like Texas, for instance. And, then it evolved into coming here and trying to get on the coil-bound setup and run spring. And then now it's evolved to the bump stops with the Cup cars now. So, things always change. So you have to think of the different dynamics of what all of those do. When you get down on a bump stop, what's the repercussion of getting down on a bump stop? You're going to be harder on the tire, you're going to have more camber, you're going to hold more camber, all that kind of stuff. So I understand a lot of that, and it's helped through the engineers, it's helped through Dave, it's helped just, you learn all of that stuff so you can give better information back to the crew chief of what you feel it is doing.
Listening to you guys on the radio, Dave solicits your opinion a lot in terms of what you're going to do to the car in stops. I mean, has that always been there? Is that kind of something that had to develop, or how did that happen?
Yeah, that's always been there. I feel like I have the best knowledge of what I'm feeling. Dave doesn't know exactly what I'm feeling in the car, so I know what track bar does, I know what wedge does, I know what air pressure does. I know what all of that does. So when they ask me about a change, they're like, all right, let's do wedge. I'm like, no, it's really not going to help what I'm needing, And sometimes Dave can look at the timing and scoring and say we're 0.2 off somewhere. I can be like, yeah, man, I just need a half a round of wedge. He's like, dude, we need something a lot more than that. We're going to have to swing at this thing to get it right. So that's when you rely on information from both sides. It's like, okay, what I'm feeling is this, and what Dave is stopwatch is that. So you kind of have to work back and forth, and we work together on those decisions.
All right, we'll go with this young lady right here, then we'll go with Jeff Gluck, and then Mark Garrow.
Hi, Rontina McCann, NBC DFW. Last fall, the race started in the day, ended at night. There was lots of chatter on the radio, having to make adjustments because of the weather. Do you see it being a night race, maybe making it closer or something this year?
I think it'll be, it'll be somewhat similar to last year. You'll still have the heat of the day going into the night. And into the deeper night, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the challenge of going into the night race here at Texas, something different than we've done here in the past, and being on a Saturday night. So should make for an interesting race. I feel like a lot of guys have been really good here in the past during the daylight because of the hot slick racetrack having a better car setup, and now this time around it's about nighttime and about getting the most speed out of your car, the most grip out of your car. So we'll see how it all goes with everybody, but we like our chances.
Go over to Jeff, Mark Garrow, then Woody Kane.
Jeff Gluck from SBNation.com. Kyle, it's obvious to everybody that you're making a concerted effort to show a different side of your personality this year. Have you had any interactions with fans who maybe didn't like you before but have seen you trying to show that effort and change their mind about you or anything along those lines?
Yeah, I have. There's been people that have said, we like the new you, or we like the married you, or whatever it might be from, So I have had those people, but I've also had the other people who have said it feels like you're going soft on us, So it's the best of both worlds, I guess. It's good. Like you said, things have changed a little bit, and things have gone really well, and been a lot different. But yet, still feel the same with on-track success and being competitive and all that stuff too.
What do you say to the people that say you're going soft?
I just say that as long as the results don't go soft, we're okay.
Here to Mark, we'll go to Woody, Ryan, Bob, and then Nicole.
Mark Garrow, PRN. Kyle, with your engine failure at Vegas, Denny's at California, any nervousness about that? Obviously, the engine department's been overtime trying to figure that out, but or do you ignore that, or is that a little bit of a worry going into a weekend like this?
No, you try to not worry about that. You try to let the guys do their job, and if you worry about it, then you're thinking about something that you're not supposed to be thinking about, or should be thinking about other things. So, to me, it's not a concern for us. I feel like Joe Gibbs Racing does a nice job, and has done a nice job for a long time at the engine department with Mark Cronquist and the guys. So, I hope that we'll be okay.
Let's go with Woody, Ryan McGee, Bob Pockris.
Woody Kane with MRN. Kyle, read somewhere that you're going to do the double duty at Nashville. Can you describe getting around that track and how you like that, and the whole situation of trying to take those off weekends to keep that truck program rolling?
Yeah, I am going to Nashville. I'll run both the Nationwide and the trucks there. So it's Dollar General's hometown, so it's going to be cool to go there and spend a day with those guys, all the people and everybody that I have met or I haven't met, and go visit them on Thursday, the day before. But then on-track stuff, the racetrack's real finicky. It's a fun place. It's a mile and a third, more like a short track almost. You got real long straightaways, real fast speeds, and you get down in the corner and you have to use a lot of brake, but yet there's a lot of grip because of the concrete surface and the tire that Goodyear brings there. So, with the trucks and the Nationwide cars being in there on the same weekend, I like it because it gives you a little bit. It's kind of like a Nationwide Cup weekend, I guess. It gives you a little bit of a lead into. You get a little bit more track time. Kind of gives you maybe a little bit of advantage. But I enjoy the back and forth stuff. And Nashville being a standalone non-Cup weekend seems to be a little bit more relaxing and I'd say a little bit easier. So I'm looking forward to going to Nashville.
Let's go Ryan, Bob, and Nicole.
Hey, Kyle. Ryan McGee, ESPN. You have won a race, could have easily won 4 this year. In the past, that's the kind of thing, the way that you've lost them, that probably would have kept you up at night. Being the points leader, does it help ease the pain a little bit about what could have been?
Not really, because, you still feel like you give them away or you screw something up. There's something in those races that has not allowed us to win those races. And so we don't spend a lot of time worrying about that, but you do have to worry about it a little bit and try to fix it so then it doesn't happen again. And I feel like in the 3 instances this year, Phoenix, I think that was just we got beat. Jeff Gordon had a better car, period. It didn't matter if we would have made an outstanding adjustment. We probably still might have gotten beat. California, we fell a little bit behind on our adjustments. We saw the lap times kind of favoring some other guys late in the run, and we just didn't adjust our car far enough. I told Dave, I thought the car was okay, and he was looking at the speeds and going, man, we need to make a good change here. We didn't make a good enough change. And then last weekend, I should have been able to get up on the wheel and won that race, and I gave it away probably. So, in 3 instances, we've had 3 different things there. So we just kind of work on those and try to make it not happen, and see what we can work on to make sure that doesn't happen. Our team wants to win. It's nothing more than getting out there and being in victory lane and spraying the champagne that we love any more than anything else. And our sponsors want to win. Our manufacturer wants to win, and our fans want to win too. So that's what we're trying to shoot for.